are squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go. Blue is striking. White. Hey,
Hopkins, the man in motion left.
Red, yellow.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Lance. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
In motion left is Hopkins. Off of play action, here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down. The Niners sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their finer performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Lance looking to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The big fella. 20, 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st down, Lance. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Pickett. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And
for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 33 yards that time. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Drill 52.
Lance now on first down. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Right, 97. Red, cycle.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. There he goes, right side. The 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. It's an 89-yard kick return. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shot, 17. Red. No red.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action, now it's Lance. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. The Lance going to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick six against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick six of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick six, the other comes back and matches it. These are two defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And some room to run now. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 20. A big pickup of 38. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Hopkins, the man in motion left.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Here's Lance. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go now. Wrong, 10. Yellow.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Pickett. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
George Pickens.
34 yards.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
49ers 20. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing now is Lance.
And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. In motion is Austin Hooper.
On play action, Lance. Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Lance now on first down.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. First and 10, here's Pickett.
Flushed out right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Pickett now on first down.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Pickett sets up play action.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And into the end zone, a pick-6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
67 yards on the ground for him so far.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Pickett.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Harris running straight ahead.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Lance.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it. And this pass broken up. But the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Austin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They hand this off to Harris, and here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
Pickett back to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And now here's another interception.
And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Black Ultra.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trusted confident.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Niners came over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw again on second down, Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Let's go. Claws red.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Off of play action, here's Lance.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And my goodness, another interception.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run again with Harris.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
49ers 27. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. On the ground, it's Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this